What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is 8 American things British people find weird. We've done a few similar things to this, haven't we, in the past, but we've got a new channel to react to. His name's Sean. His link to the video will be in the description, so go and check him out, but wait till after this reaction. I always see Sean on Twitter.
Me too. I see him on Instagram.
Literally, never reacted to him, but I always see him posted on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure from what I've seen, he's travelling a lot in the US, makes awesome videos according to the comments on the Twitter stuff, which is awesome. And we've just never really got around to reacting to him, have we? He seems like a great guy. I think he did a video with Lost in the Pond, I think I've seen as well. So there's that connection there as well. But I haven't actually seen that. So this is going to be our first take on him. Let us know in the comments if you want us to react to more of Sean. Like I said, his link's in the description. But hopefully wait till after this video. Smash the like button as well, guys. Smash the subscribe button. The more you guys like, we hardly ever say this, the more it pushes out a video.
He does.
So smash the like button. And yeah, are you ready?
I am ready, yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't repeat old ones we've done before, but we'll see.
Yeah,
and
some new ones.
It's interesting as well because we may have changed our opinion on some things.
Yeah.
But also we'll refresh the people new here on our takes on it. You ready?
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's go.
Lemonade, toilet blocks, and sports. In today's episode of the vlog, we're talking about some of the things that British people find weird that Americans do. That's coming right up after this. Hello everybody, how are you doing, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Sean and I'm a YouTuber from Edinburgh in Scotland, right here on my channel. I talk about the cultural exchange themes that I have been kind of exploring over the last while between Scotland, the UK in general, and the United States of America, because there's some really deep connections. A lot of people in America want to know about the UK, about Scotland in particular, through their heritage, through their ancestry.
Love the
It's
accent.
amazing, something I'm going to be continue to explore on this channel for a very long time to come, and I've only just scratched the surface. But I think to get there, to get to the kind of bigger pieces that I'm going to do, there's a lot of little stuff in between, the nitty gritty that we have to get a hold of and explore and discover. So that's what's happening on this channel today. Thank you so much for being here. And guys, listen, if you're new, please don't forget to hit the red subscribe button down in the bottom corner, and then you will be part of the family from here on in. I'll be very sad if you don't do it. Have you done it?
That is a very good point. You go to bed crying sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
Like weeping her eyes out.
Feel sorry for me.
Yeah, because you, Dave, never hit that subscribe button.
That's very...
What else is a common name?
I don't know any names.
You could just say any name.
Alan.
Alan, because you didn't subscribe and you were crying your eyes out.
Yeah.
Let's carry on with the video.
Thank you so much for joining the club. Right,
don't cry.
Things Americans do that British people think are a little bit weird. And I'm talking about Britain today because actually here in Scotland we have a very unique culture and identity, but really there's a lot of things that we have in similarities with the rest of the islands of Great Britain.
Yep, we'll
England,
confirm
there's
that.
a lot of similarities between the ways we deal with things and think and just design our infrastructure. So I think it's quite fair to say that a lot of things I'm talking about apply to the whole UK in respect to these American things that I'm going to talk about, alright? I'm also in today's episode going to be opening a couple of letters that I received from the United States. People have very kindly been sending me packages and all sorts. There's a link down below to the address if you want to send anything. And also guys, listen, I just launched on Sunday a brand new series exploring the NC 500, the North Coast 500, one of the most epic road trips in all of Scotland and maybe even all of Europe. Lots of people are clambering to get to this road trip, right? And I just did it in a Tesla. Make sure you watch that video, but also I'm launching a series of signed postcards. I have taken the photos for the postcards, I'm going to sign them, and I'm going to send them out to viewers on my Patreon account, all right? So if you haven't signed up to my Patreon and you want more information about it, there's a link down below that explains everything, all right? So let's do this. The 8 things Americans do, that people in the UK and Britain find a little bit odd.
I'm ready.
Not necessarily bad, right? Not at all.
interested.
And you might have saw the headline of this video and think, here's another idiotic, self-righteous British arse who is just going to be making fun of us. But not so. This is not going to be a tea spilling exercise. Because let me tell you, a lot of things in the list.
And I saw you had iced tea there as well, didn't he?
No, I think it was normal tea, just
black tea, which again is very weird.
There was no...
It's not weird. It's not weird. It's just that I don't know many people do it. And when we say weird, for me personally, when I say weird,
it's just different.
It's different. Weird's for the title. Weird is for people to click and stuff out. But the idea is it's strange to me because I've never done that before, and you do it. It's not actually wrong or anything, because what I do would be weird to you. I think that's the definition of it, isn't it? So it's not an offensive thing or anything.
It's just for people to click on it.
Yeah,
and be
it's
like,
people
oh,
click
what
on
does
it.
it mean?
But the idea is it's just different, and we're not used to it, pretty much. Agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Let's go.
Actually prefer the way Americans do things. Definitely, from my experiences. If you've not been watching my channel for a long time, you might not know this, but I went on a tour with the United States Embassy to the UK of America. They took us to various different states to kind of explore American culture so that we could report back on that trip. It was so amazing, life-changing,
never
and
heard
made
of
me
that.
fall in love with the United States. So that is another reason why I've been going into some of these things, some of the things we learned on that trip. Let's get into them, right? And number one is actually something I probably agree with on the British side. This is one thing I found very weird in every single place I went to in America. Really odd, okay? I don't know what you guys in America will think of this. I want to know your thoughts, okay? But listen, when you go to public toilets in America, basically there is zero privacy.
Yeah, people have said this,
Because in
haven't
between
they?
the
It's
door
mental.
stalls where the lock is, for example, the gap is about that big. You can look and wave at everybody as they're walking past
Imagine.
bathroom stalls as you're in there, you know, doing your thing, right? And I must admit that was one of the oddest things when going to the public bathrooms, because if you come to the bathrooms here in the UK and Scotland, the public bathrooms, you get a lot more privacy. Sometimes the doors are even sealed off in total, so you're in your own private cubicle room. But in America, it was like that much ground clearance, loads at the top as well, and you're just in a big open forum, you know, when you want to be in a private place. What do you guys think about that? Is that something you even noticed as Americans or care about? When you came here, did you notice our bathrooms are slightly more private? Drop your comments down below.
It is mad, that one,
It's
isn't
just
it?
Number
strange.
two, and
Yeah.
this is something that I absolutely 100% agree with you guys in America, okay? Ice in your drinks, and generally speaking, cold drinks. Right now in Scotland, we are having some unusually warm weather. It was 21 degrees
In
Celsius
Scotland?
today in
Nah, I
Edinburgh.
don't believe
You might
it.
be thinking, that's a bit chilly. But for us, it was a heat wave. There were people walking around town with basically no clothes on today. It has been like this for the last few days, and it's forecast to be like this for days to come. Very warm, right? But yet, no matter where you go here, whether it's a cafe, whether it is a restaurant, whether it is a pub, it is difficult, very difficult to get an ice cold drink. You know, when you're just hot and it's summer and you just want a really, really cold drink, there is nothing more refreshing.
I would disagree. For
Yeah.
Jersey, everywhere, if I go to a restaurant or anything,
They say, do you want ice with that?
either that or they bring you your, like, say your can of Coke or whatever with a glass with ice in.
Definitely.
They
I
will.
think a lot of that is in the UK now. Maybe times have changed. It's just a couple of years old. But I think there definitely is a difference with homes and US homes.
Yeah.
Where 99% of the time
we don't have ice makers.
we don't have
Mainly.
ice makers unless it's an American fridge. And 9 times out of 10,
I'm too lazy to
the
go
drinks are left in the cupboard, aren't they?
Yeah, but I definitely think in restaurants, I don't think I've ever had a drink in a restaurant, a cold drink that's never come with ice.
No, but you can say without ice.
You can, unless
Yeah.
you specifically don't want ice, but they'd always bring it with ice if you don't specify.
Definitely. I would agree with him, though, for homes. At homes,
The
I feel
homes,
like...
yeah.
Because we've had so many streams where people said, why is that not cold? I'm like, oh, yeah, where it's been warm. But
Don't really put things in the fridge.
not
or
really,
put
no.
ice in them at
No,
home.
definitely. But going out, pubs,
They do.
restaurants, definitely culture changing, at least, if it was a little bit different back
Yeah.
then.
In the UK, we just don't do it. It's quite rare. And in fact, if you ask for ice in your glass, you will most certainly get a weird look. We just, I don't know why it's like that here. Since I've
Maybe it's a
travelled,
Scottish
I've
thing.
found it
Maybe, I
really
don't think
quite
it's a
annoying, actually, because I
UK
like
thing.
my drinks really
England
cold.
thing.
Whereas in America, you guys put lots of ice and have all your drinks cold, right? As well as the ice on the top, they will also be refrigerated. And then we come to beer, right? If you go to a pub in America, the beer will come out of a really cold fridge and will actually be frosty. Here in the UK, our beer flows from taps,
Yep.
which has been connected to the barrel, which is not even refrigerated. It might
Not
be
refrigerated,
kept
no.
down under the
It is
ground in the cellar
cooler,
or
but it's not
Yeah.
but
refrigerated.
it's basically room temperature. That's no good, is it? We like a cold drink, especially when it's nice and warm in summer. And a lot of Americans do find that weird when you guys come here. And I think when I've been to America, I have found that a revelation for me. It's been so great to have really nice cold drinks. It's something that I just don't understand it. Why do we do that here? I don't know. But I'm on your side. I am Team America. I kind of feel like this theme is kind of going both ways. So some of the things I agree with you guys, and some of the things I think are actually a bit weird, and maybe take the more British stance, right? The next one, I definitely take the British stance on this. This is something that shocked me no end, okay? When you're in a shop and you're going to buy something in America, it has a price, okay?
Oh, it's the sales
Think,
tax.
Great. That's not bad. A good deal. Actually pretty cheap. And then you take it to the counter, and then they slap another big wad of tax on top of it that you did not expect. I've got a specific example of this. I was in New York, right? and I went to buy a drone because in the UK they're a little bit more expensive, and I thought, okay, in America a little bit cheaper. I'll buy my drone in New York. The tax bill on top of it was from the New York state, I believe, but wow, it was a big chunk and I was not expecting it. I was thinking, that's not so cheap anymore. I could have just bought it in the UK, probably the same price. So that is something I do find weird, and British people generally complain about when they go to America, is the fact that you guys display your prices without the tax, and then you get a big tax bill whacked on top of it.
I don't personally remember being shocked about it.
Yeah, but a lot. We didn't really do
But then
massive
I suppose,
purchases. We did loads of little ones, didn't
and
we?
I guess, like, so when we went to, I don't know, Target, we bought a random load of different things, didn't we? You don't really think about it when you're...
No, because you're not adding it up as you go round,
No,
so it's just the
but
end
like
of
if you're
it.
buying one big purchase, it's different. But we're just doing like a little shop, weren't we, with like sweets and...
Yeah, so you had a lump sum, but because of everything,
Yeah.
and you hadn't gone, oh wait, no, I know that was 59p and not
Yeah,
80p.
whereas you're shoving things in a basket and going to pay, and it's different. Maybe that's why we didn't know.
I think that it probably is. We obviously notice in some occasions, but it's just one of them. If you're used to it, you know to account for it. But if you're not used to it, it's just a shock.
But
shock
I don't
value,
know why
isn't
they
it?
just don't add it all into the final price.
It's just the way they do it, isn't it?
I like that we don't do it like that. Although sometimes we do get slapped with GST.
Yeah,
in
that's
Jersey.
stuff coming into the island, isn't it? But again, we know about that, so it's not weird. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just what you're used to, I guess.
What is that? That's usually state tax, right? Your state taxes are different from your federal tax. We don't really have that issue in the UK. It's all very much the same. That's why it's easy for them to calculate it, but I don't know why the shops don't put their taxes in on America. And I think it's sometimes a little bit annoying because it makes you think the thing's cheaper, but you forget about the tax, right? 4, plugs. Very basic subject. You know the plugs that you put in sockets?
Yeah,
to
they're
power
different.
things, like I'm powering this big light that's lighting up my face right now. In the UK, they're very,
That is a
how can I
pretty
say
standard
this?
plug, isn't it?
Yeah.
safe, because you put your plug in and it still does nothing. You have to actually turn a switch on to make it work. And when I was in America, something I found a little bit odd was the fact that you just put your plug in and boom, whatever it is, comes
Power.
on. And this might sound like a small deal, but it's actually something that we as British people are kind of scared about, right? When you go to America and it's like, you just put the plug in and whatever it is you're using magically comes to life without you pressing a switch to say, okay, it's safe to turn it on. Because I don't know, I think it's in our education here. We're always taught electricity, super dangerous, do things slowly, plug it in, and once you're ready, turn it on. Is that even an issue? Should that be an issue? I don't even know. The next thing...
I don't think it's
want
an
your
issue,
sign.
but I get what he means with leaving a plug in.
So that means you should always be careful and take your plug out.
Should you always? Do you guys leave just a plug in the wall, not connected to anything?
But then if we leave our phone chargers in, do we always turn the switch off?
No, we don't.
No, so really
but
that's the same thing, isn't it?
Definitely, but I think you're consciously thinking about it more
But
because
now
you
I'm
know
thinking about
power's
it,
coming
And
in.
now I'm going to turn the plug off.
Yeah, you're gonna go around my house and all the plugs off.
To be fair, I did in the
100%.
kitchen.
Oh, you do it all the time in the kitchen.
I
So annoying.
I turn all the plugs from the kitchen. It freaks me out.
I go to boil the kettle, tap it down, walk away, come back. My kettle's not boiled because the plug's off.
Yeah, but I
That's
feel
so
like maybe I
annoying.
should be on it with one of the phone chargers because I feel like phone chargers have more issues.
So leave the kettle.
So tomorrow
Do
when
the
your phone's
phone
not
chargers.
charged,
Yeah,
just grab
oh,
turns it off.
wake up in the morning, no charge. Oh.
I'm being
100%,
safe.
right? In America, you guys have so many 24-hour stores and shops.
That's awesome.
And this is something I found in every single
We
city.
have
I've
none in
been to
Jersey,
America.
none.
There's always something open. And I love this, right? I don't know what it is,
Except
but I
A&E.
feel a comfort knowing that no matter what time of day or night it
It's
is,
not a shop.
if I need something, there's going to be something open where I can get it. I was in New York, like I said, last summer, and I remember right on the same block where I was staying, there was a 24-hour supermarket. There was a 24-hour pizza place. $1 pizza, I might add. There was a 24-hour
$1
McDonald's.
pizza.
And I think there was even a 24-hour bakery type of situation as well. Basically, whatever we needed, any time of day and night, we had it there 24 hours. Here in the UK, and a lot of Americans find this odd, we tend to shut up shop pretty early in the evenings. So kind of 8 to 10 p.m, a lot of things are already shut. And the pubs, as you know, don't last all night as well. They tend to shut between midnight and 1 in the morning because of licensing and all that kind of stuff. We're quite early here. Now, that's not to say it's always like that here. In London, you can find more things. And actually, some of the bigger supermarkets
McDonald's is open
have
24
tried
hours.
this American style of
Not in
open
Jersey.
24
Not in
hours.
Jersey, but
Walmart
in James's hometown.
has a subsidiary here in UK. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a Walmart here, and it's called Asda. That's the British Walmart.
I was in my head
company.
thinking, where is Walmart?
It has to. I guess it kind of is the British Walmart. They'll be small compared.
I guess because it has a home bit, it has a clothes bit, it has food.
Yeah, it's got a bit of
like
everything,
A Target,
but
isn't
it's
it?
tiny compared.
It's like a Walmart and Target.
Oh, I know. I've never compared Asda to Walmart, but I get it.
No, but I get it now.
I do
I'm
get
sure
it.
I saw a video, like a British person in America, and they were in Target, and they're like, "We have a Target. It's called Asda." I'm sure.
Company, and they Their superstores, select stores are open 24 hours, and there's actually one not far away from here.
Oh, wow.
Guys, listen, it's quite
never knew that.
handy and useful. I like it. Like I said, I feel comfortable with the fact there's always something open 24 hours. I remember waking up at 2 in the morning once and I had a horrible migraine, didn't have any paracetamol. It's so handy to know that you can just get a shot whenever you need
True.
it. We just don't have that here. Pharmacies, for goodness sake, you have 24-hour pharmacies. We need this culture here in the UK. British people
I'm
find
shot
it
at 9
weird,
o'clock,
but I think
don't
we
I?
also kind of like it. I certainly do. So number 6 is you guys are into all the sports. I think this is really cool.
I love that as well.
Definitely something I really enjoy about American culture.
Love sport.
You tend to find people have a kind of broader interest in sports. Here in the UK, in Scotland, it's not really like that, okay? I'll explain about that in a second, but when you talk to an American person about sports, they're into football, they're into basketball, they're into tennis, they're into golf. They can tell you facts about all these sports. Volleyball, ice hockey, for goodness sake.
There's a lot on there.
Literally all the sports you can think of. Usually people in America, you have a broader base of knowledge and you can tell us things about all of these sports. And I think that's fascinating and really cool. You get some major sports fans in America. And here in the UK, it's not really like that. You tend to find here people are into singular sports, right?
Okay.
And they don't really care or know much about the others. So, for example, a big football fan here in Scotland or in the UK in general tends to know a lot about football. They can tell you all the facts about football, but then get a wee bit lost if you take them into rugby or golf or whatever. They won't know about these things.
You're quite
People here are
multicultural.
very narrow in their
Yeah,
Sport.
I feel
You
like
kind of dabbled in a bit of football and a bit of rugby and a bit of golf and a bit of tennis.
I feel like there's definitely people have dabbled in a lot of it. I absolutely love it. Like literally, people of the channel know I love my soccer. Watch literally soccer every single Saturday. But then in July, I'm going to the UK Open golf. And the next day, I'm going to the cricket for the Ashes with my dad.
He's leaving me.
Yeah, I'm leaving for a couple of days because I've been doing a massive golf tournament. The next day, doing the Ashes cricket for a whole day, and then probably catching a match a couple of months later whenever we go back over and stuff like that. So I actually love my sport. At work, I get called the little sport correspondent in the corner.
You are, because you like.
I
I feel
like
like
my
you just
tennis
know
as
a bit
well.
of everything, and you like watching a bit of everything.
Yeah, I think if you like sport, there's no need to limit it to one. If you just enjoy the competitiveness,
You watched
the
rugby the other
spirit.
day as well.
Yeah, I definitely like sport, and I think a lot of people do that. But I get what he means. There will be some people just sold it on rugby.
Well, it's not, yeah, some people won't. Oh, you just like one sport and
And
that's it.
you mention a sport, and I'm like, nah, I don't even want to hear about that. This is the sport.
And I feel like in
Same
the
with
UK,
soccer.
a lot. See, I'd say as many people like sport is as many people that aren't interested. Or would you say a bit more like
I think
it?
a lot more like it. Yeah, I definitely say a lot more like it. So like different sports, don't they?
Would you say compared to America though, less people probably like it?
I don't know. I
suppose it's a different comparison.
yeah,
I'd put you on
I
the
don't
spot
know.
there,
I
would be
have
like-
to say I don't know the stats, but I know Americans do like it. I love how they like the college football. Maybe because of that, you get a lot more people watching it for the school and stuff like that.
It's a bit,
But
yeah.
I wouldn't know. But no, it is definitely is interesting.
sport interests. And I just find that fascinating and really cool that in America, you guys definitely seem to have a wider sports-based knowledge and interest. I actually got this t-shirt from somebody who watches the vlog, Brenda from Tennessee. Thank you very much for sending this. And I've been receiving loads of sports-related items and merch from you guys. So
We
thank
get a
you so
lot
much
of
for sending
Ohio
it. It's really
sports stuff.
interesting
Yeah.
to see all your colours and all your teams from different states. I've got so many sports teams now, between American football, between hockey, to go and check out when I go to the States next. It's going to be a riot just on the sports alone. So thanks guys for sending that stuff. Number 7, and here's something that I wish was better here. Something about America that is kind of like a curiosity, okay? Lemonade. Humble lemonade. And this is something that I find interesting because going way back to when I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of American programs.
Homemade
and I always
lemonade.
remember it seemed to be in the summertime especially, kids used to make
Lemonade
lemonade.
stand.
Oh,
and
that
sell
is
it on
so
the streets to
American,
their
isn't it?
neighbours. And when I saw the lemonade, it would always look so good, right? Homemade lemonade,
It's
real
cloudy.
lemons and whatever other ingredients they use. Special ingredients, and it just looked lovely. And in the UK, we don't have that type of lemonade. We have lemonade, but our lemonade tends to be, how can I say this? Like a soft drink, sparkly, full of sugar, and the
You love it.
faintest
Yeah, you
hint
can
of a
get
taste of
cloudy
lemon,
lemonade
the
though.
faintest
That
hint.
is, you can get real fresh cloudy lemonade,
It's nowhere near as common though, is
but
it?
also it's a lot more expensive
Yeah.
than just standard
See-
fizzy carbonated lemonade.
Because I thought you were going to say we have no lemonade. I was like, no, you have it all the
I
time.
have lemonade all the time,
But he is right.
but
Homemade
it's
lemonade.
different kind of lemonade.
And then lemonade stands. I mean, please let us know in the comments how common are they in America?
I feel like they're mainly run by kids
Yeah, because you see
because they
them,
make them, don't they?
definitely like garage sales and
I
stuff
see
like
them.
that.
I see them in all the like in all the movies that feature like on families and things like
Yeah,
that.
definitely. Same. So let us know how actually common are them, or is that just like a Hollywood kind of thing?
Yeah, maybe it's they've just made it into an American thing, but it's not actually real.
Oh yeah, let us know. I'd be interested in that because it is pretty cool.
But like that's what we call lemonade, and it was really not lemonade. And guys, having
really
been to
not
America
lemonade.
last year, couple of places, I tried the lemonade, and I am addicted to lemonade now. I make homemade lemonade all the time.
Oh,
Thanks
wow.
You guys. You guys
Maybe we should
have
try
it going
homemade
on with
lemonade, if it's a
lemonade,
thing.
and I appreciate that.
I think it is.
Number 8, we're on to the last one, okay? The American polite greeting of "How are you?" Right? This is something I think is quite important to discuss, because when we hear that as a British person, we're like, what? This person wants to know really deep, intimate details about my life. When somebody asks the simple question of "How are you?" British people are different that way, right? When you get to that level of "How are you doing?" it's like a really personal question, and you really feel like you have to give a solid answer, right? If somebody says that to you here, you will spend the next 4 or 5 minutes going through literally all the things of your life that are of significance. Whereas in America, it's like, "How are you?" The next person responds, "I'm good. How are you?" "Great." And then you go on your way. I don't know what it is, but here in the UK, we're just not wired up that way. And by the way, you might be in for a surprise. If we're not doing that well, we'll also tell you reasons why, all the intimate details of why we're
Some
not doing
people
that well.
do
I
that.
find that an interesting cultural take, and I much prefer you guys just like, "How are you?" "Fine, all good." "How are you?" "On our way." No more details need to be spared. Quick, polite, efficient. That's what I like. Anyway, guys, that was today's episode. I would love to know
That was the rest of the video. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Go and check Sean out. His link's in the description before I forget. Awesome video. Disagreed on some things, but that's why we're here.
Yeah.
To challenge it. And also, I hope if you're watching Sean, I doubt you are, but if you are, hopefully you enjoyed our reaction. I feel like I do that at work all the time, but I say, all right, mate.
That's what I was thinking in my head. You say, "You're right."
All right, mate. And then
And
we'll
then it's
go.
almost like a "yeah, you." Like,
As a walking past, yeah, good, mate. And then literally be like, halfway down my corridor, I'm like, yeah, good, cheers. And it's
Yeah.
like, carry on going. But I think if someone said, "How are you?" to me,
it's a different kind of.
that's more of a
greeting.
like, how are you?
you?
But I'd be like, yeah, I'm good, how are you?
Yeah.
But it'd just be
But
a
I
few
wouldn't
more
expect
words.
"I'm doing really well, but today this happened."
Yeah, that's when you're like, oh, no. But some people definitely would do that, though.
Yeah.
There is a lot of British people who would do that. But I'd just be like,
I'm a bit of a people avoider, so I don't think I would. I'd just be like, "Yeah, I'm good, thanks."
run off.
While
Smash
I'm still
that.
walking.
Yeah. Smash that button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was interesting. Nice to see it. It was a few different ones as well.
A few different
Lemonade
ones.
and
Yeah, the lemonade we've never
Yeah.
had. And there was a few repeats, but it's good to always refresh what you
yeah,
guys
and
think.
different opinion. He had a different opinion.
Because we, yeah, different opinion, different view on it, because we always get asked by you legends in the comments anyway. Let us know if you want to do more Sean in the comments below. And what should we do?
Have a fantastic day.
And we will see you legends in the next one. Peace.